Starting us off is Eddington. Thank you, Charles. A neo-Western satirical black comedy written and directed by Ari Aster. And this, of course, film stars Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, Michael Ward, and some other folks. Now, of course, Charles, this film is set in 2020 during the pandemic in a New Mexico town where personal rivalries explode into public unrest. So pretty much the easiest way to kind of think about this movie happens in May 2020, and everybody is supposed to be masked up, right, in the state of New Mexico. The only person that's not masked up and doesn't want to be masked up is actually the sheriff of the town, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who, there's several scenes where him and the mayor butt heads. The first time is when he's walking down the street and the mayor's having a cabinet meeting or a meeting in a bar, and there's some homeless guy that's beating on the door that wants to get in, and he's called the sheriff to try to get the guy away. And he goes, man, he's a citizen, man. He has the right to be here. So he plays sort of a MAGA-esque sort of a character during the pandemic, right? So him and the mayor don't see eye to eye. The mayor is trying to rationalize with him. There's another scene where you remember during the pandemic when it got this bad, where they had people waiting in line, and we had to have our space of 6
feet separation,
and everybody just couldn't walk in. You had to stand in line, and of course he walks in the supermarket in front of the entire line, no mask, coming in there to shop for the homeless guy. Or some patron who was like, I can't breathe through my mask. So you have all these dynamics happening in the movie. Also remember, during the film, George Floyd is murdered.
Right.
So now there are all these protests in the town, BLM and Black Lives Matter. And man, I'm sitting next to a film critic of mine who's a colleague of ours, Sam Leggett Jr., and we looking at each other, and I'm like, too soon for this. This is just not the movie that I signed up to watch tonight.
Is it too soon to tell?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
You know why?
All right.
Because now we are living in a time with no DEI and all of this stuff that's going on, and then this is just 5 years ago. This is not like this is like 25 years ago. This movie takes place 5 years ago.
All right, point taken.
So,
I got you on that.
So needless to say, I don't want to give away the twist. But the movie has a twist to it, right? And then it really gets weird, right? So it got so bad because I didn't realize that the runtime was it like 240 or something like that? I think it's 225, 240. It's a long movie.
It's pretty long.
And the movie has several instances where you feel like it is going to end, and then yet it continues.
It keeps going.
And I was telling Charles, I told Charles, I said the last time I saw a movie that had multiple endings like that was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. But at least in that movie, you just kept giving me more good stuff.
Right.
This movie was the opposite. It just kept getting worse and worse. And by the time it got to the end, I also had parking that I had to deal with because I didn't realize in the movie.
Put enough money down.
I paid for 3 hours. I'm thinking most movies be over in 3 hours. So I'm standing. I got up I didn't leave, but I stood in the wings because I was trying to wait for the movie to be over so I could run out to my car. And I get a text the next day. You walking out of movies? What are you talking about, man? I was standing in the wings. I didn't walk out of the movie. So needless to say, man, I'll just wrap the review by saying, in the end, Eddington is less a searing satire than a cautionary tale about what happens when even the boldest filmmakers let ambition run amok. And trying to distill the chaos of an era defined by fear, anger, and misinformation, Aster delivers a film that's every bit as fractured as the world it portrays. I gave this movie a D. Did not like this movie at all. Not